What's up, everybody? Hope you are doing fantastic out there. Welcome to another episode of Traditional Tuesday. So for today, we have got a couple of beautiful Begg knives here, thanks to our friends at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So these knives were not provided. These were purchased with my own money, but Smoky Mountain is where they came from. So definitely check them out in the link below. Show these guys some love. Wonderful people, wonderful pricing. You know, can't really go wrong. And you know, they're a local company, so I really enjoy helping them guys out. Like I said, they've always been really kind to me. So we've got two models of Begg traditionals here, which is an unusual thing. So we're going to start with the BG041 and then move on to the 036. So I'll go ahead and start out here with showing the unboxing experience. So we have not had any Begg knives on the channel. So of course inside you do have a nice little zippered pouch. Inside the pouch you have the knife. Actually my first time taking a look at these two. Got a little Begg sticker there. Another little Begg knife sticker. And then congratulations on your new Begg knife. Just some paperwork. And there is the actual knife right there. So I don't know if that changes with everything or not. It shows a couple more of their knives on the back there. So just some care and maintenance stuff. Yeah, regarding your new SteelCraft series. So that may be individualized. We'll check the next one too. And then, like I said, a couple of stickers and a microfiber. Let's see. It looks to be the normal size, kind of a smaller microfiber. Yeah. So nothing crazy there, but it is does have the Begg logo there. Pretty nice little typical pouch. So let's go ahead and move on to the knife itself. Take this guy out of the plastic. So this is a smaller fixed blade. This is a smaller slip joint. Go ahead and wipe this guy off. Got a little bit of oil residue on it. Let me go ahead and make sure the blade is fairly clean. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. So really interesting right from the get-go. You can see it is a small little slip joint. I do believe it is just under 2.5 inch. I think it's 2.4 inch blade. And very lightweight. You got some black G10, a kind of an arrowhead shield there, and some stainless bolsters and pins. Let's go ahead and zoom straight in on this guy. Take a look here. So fantastic fit and finish on this thing already. I can tell just the shield is perfect. Zero issues out of the box whatsoever. Fit and finish is phenomenal on this guy. And I think this is like in the $40 price range. The other one we're looking at is a little bit larger. It's $53. So I believe this one was in that $40 price range. But no gapping, no spacing issues. The milling on the bolsters is fantastic. All of your gapping is great. All of the milling is done well. No lips anywhere. Everything is flush. Really impressed with that. Perfectly centered. No issues there. Everything looks good. Back spring is perfectly flat. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this blade. Got a wicked little satin and sort of polished, I don't know, but definitely a satin blade there. Really nice swedge, drop point hawkbill. Not overly curved, so it would still be somewhat easy to sharpen. You may lose a little bit of that curve using a square block, but I think you'd be all right. Wicked tip. That tip is just absolutely insane, and trying to keep that from blinding the camera there. Just insane. And then of course, you know, you have the harpoon there. That's just really wicked looking. Just a sweet looking blade. On this side, you do have the JVO design. So that's Jared von Otterloo. And then it says Chamblin. So I'm not sure if that's the model. I'm not sure, but it does say Chamblin there. Or maybe it's Camblin. I don't know. We'll see if the other knife has the same thing. Because they're both made by the same designer and both made by Begg. So then you have the Begg Knives logo there. Let's look at her grinds here. So I apologize if y'all can hear any background noise. So it is raining like crazy and has been all day long. So we've got a lot of rain coming in today. The grinds look really, really good. I think is that a... See, these shallow grinds always feel weird to me. So I think that is a flat grind. I'll correct it if I'm wrong there, but I do believe that is a flat grind on that. Got a little bit of a sharpening choil, nothing crazy. And then the tip is spot on. I mean, that's a perfect tip. Again, I don't really see any flaws with the knife. I do see there's a little bit of maybe a little bit of a finish issue right there that has caught my eye a couple of times, and that is just extreme nitpicking, but nonetheless that has caught my eye, that little bit of a glint there. So that could just be from mishandling during shipping, or not during shipping, during packing, something along those lines. But all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the knife itself. So first I'm just going to go ahead and get the sizing out of the way right from the get-go. So this is a little guy. Overall length on this thing, I'm going to go right from the tip. Overall length in this thing is just hair over 5 1/4 overall length. And then again, like we said, the blade is right there at 2.4 inches. So just under that 2.5 inch mark. And these things don't weigh anything. I'll weigh them both there at the end. This thing doesn't weigh anything at all. Very small in hand. Again, it's not one where you've got to really, you don't have to put a whole lot of grip on it because of how it sits in your hand. I love the way the harpoon looks, but I personally don't like having the harpoon there because it makes me want to put my thumb out here. And as we've talked about, I don't like having my thumb out on the blade of a traditional. I want it to be kind of in that half and half locked in position to where there's absolutely no way I can push the back of that knife down. But in that grip, this thing is just going to absolutely rip packages or whatever you're trying to open up. I mean, this thing, it's just going to go into, as you can see there, that point, that tip just wants to cut. Let's see if I can try to do a paper cut test here real quick. On the blade itself, it's not the sharpest thing. It might just be me there. I'm trying to find a good spot to cut. No, it's good. That was just me. So it's wanting to cut in some spots and not wanting to cut in others. So it may just need to be stropped up or something. So it just depends on how you hit it. So yeah, it's sharp enough. I would probably, I don't know, maybe strop it or something. It's seeming like it's wanting to cut. It definitely has no problems cutting through with the tip. But it's not a razor edge right from the factory. And again, it may just be because it's fairly thick behind the edge there, but no mistaking, it is a beautiful knife. The back spring's a little light on it, but all in all, it's not too terrible. I would definitely want that to be a little on the heavier side for that spring. It is definitely on the light side, but again, that's just kind of going at that nitpick territory. It's not super light. It's just a little light for what I like. Good half stop. Doesn't have a ton of walk and talk because it's a fairly light spring, but sounds good on the close. Sounds good on the open. Half stop is flat, so it does have, actually it's a little sunk in, just a little sunk in on the half stop. Flush on the open, and of course flush on the close. So really great looking knife, for sure. I really love the looks of the knife. Again, it's a little smaller than I was expecting. I should have paid more attention to the specs on it, but it is a little bit smaller than I was expecting. I do think the spring is a little weak for my liking, but no mistaking the looks of this knife. Fantastic looking knife. This would be one that would be good for someone who didn't have a whole lot of hand strength when it came to traditionals, because it is fairly easy to open. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the number 2 knife here. Let me just get this one out of the way. I apologize, I should have already had this one out of the box, but I did not, so I apologize for that. Let's see, I think it comes with all the same stuff. Yeah, let me make sure. Let's see, does this one have... Nope, so they both show the hawk wheel on the front. So now this one is substantially bigger. We'll do a quick size comparison here. So it is a substantially larger knife. So this is the size I was expecting this one to be. This one is the Bullet Train. So this guy, again, it is done by the same designer, Jared Von Otterloo. They're both 14C 28N. I don't think I mentioned that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe off the oil residue here. Much larger shield and everything on this guy. So let me just wipe everything down real quick. Get any fingerprints or anything off the blade. All right. So let's go ahead and swoop on down on this one. So exact same formula here. Stainless everything. Let's take a look at the back spacing. Everything looks good. All of your pins are flush. Everything looks flush. Perfectly centered. Lanyard hole. So this one has a lanyard hole. The other one does not. Again, everything's flush. Now this one does have a full length pull there versus just a standard nail nick. That's something I didn't realize on the other one. It's only got one. It's got a one-sided nail nick, so no nail nick there. But it does have the nail nick on this side, so I didn't even notice that. This one does have them on both sides. Again, like I said, perfectly centered. Yeah, everything's exactly the same. Same fit and finish. So really good attention to detail there. Let's take a look at the... Oh, we didn't look at the blade. Duh, Brian. Golly, y'all can tell it's late. So this is, again, this is the Bullet Train. You can see where it gets that name. And this is definitely my preferred blade shape. It doesn't look as cool per se, but this is, in my opinion, going to be a way more functional blade for me. Definitely easier to sharpen for sure. You don't have... well, yeah, you still got a pretty good sharpening choil. This one is definitely a flat grind. So same JVO there. This one does not say the same thing on it, so I'm not sure what that name was on that other knife. Grind looks good, looks pretty symmetrical. Same thing there. These are always kind of difficult to see, but the tip looks fantastic. Now, back to the knife itself. Now this is, again, this is the size I was hoping to see on the other one. Kind of that general size for a traditional that just fills the hand just enough. Blade shape feels good. I mean, blade shape. The handle shape feels good. Just that kind of non-obtrusive handle shape, and just that symmetrical handle that just fits in the hand really well. Nothing crazy behind it. You got a nice little finger twirl there. It really helps you lock your hand in that traditional spot. You can choke up if you need to and still kind of keep safe. Let's see, this one has a little bit stronger spring. Still not a strong spring, but it is definitely stronger than the smaller knife, which is good. Take a listen to it a little bit. It does have a little bit of walk and talk here. So nothing crazy, but it does have some walk and talk there. Now this one in the half stop is still flush. Open, it's flush, and of course in closed position it is flush. Now they do have a really good half stop. It snaps right in. It's not a mushy half stop or anything like that. Like, it does snap right into the half stop. It's one that I'm definitely not afraid to do the one-handed close. That finger twirl keeps you safe. So if you are gripping it in that finger twirl position, you just rotate the knife in your hand, and then you can close it one-handed. Now that spring weight does really make that easy to do. That is one good thing about that, is this is very easy to fidget with, very easy to close one-handed. And I don't have any worries there about it closing on my hand, because that half stop is, again, very, very clicky. So it's just not quite as strong of a detent, or as strong as a back spring as I would like. But definitely a fidgety knife, as you can see. I'm sitting here fidgeting with it. Great little blade shape. See if we can't do some cutting with it. Yeah, so this is what I was expecting from the other knife. That is a very sharp blade there. And I think that this has a lot to do with the geometry of the edge. So the edge geometry plays a big role in that. Go ahead and get rid of this. This is my last video for the night. I am ready to go to bed. I got to start work back up tomorrow, so I'm trying to knock out a bunch of videos tonight, especially this one, because this one's got to go live Tuesday, and here it is Sunday morning. So what I was showing, or what I was talking about, was the edge geometry. So you've got a really thin, or really shallow grind here. You don't have a full flat grind; it's a 3/4 flat grind. You've got the same blade thickness on both of these. So this one being such a shallow grind, you've got a lot more thickness behind the edge. So you're not going to slice paper near as easily in that, even though it is a sharp knife. Like I said, it pierces like crazy. It's not going to slice near as good as this. Now, talking about weights on these guys, because this one, there is a considerable weight difference here. Now watch it be like 1 ounce or something. So this guy's 3.7 ounces, and this little guy is 2.2 ounces. So, yeah, 1.5 ounces basically there, without doing too much math because my brain's not working. Try to get these lined up. So, great little blades. I do like the little guy. It will probably not be one that stays in the collection. This one will most likely go on to a new owner, but this one here, this one's definitely staying home with me. I like the size, I like the blade shape. So, yeah, guys, well, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think down below. Do y'all have any of these? I know there's all different shapes and sizes of these guys, all different colors. There's some really nice looking, drop points, some drop point ones. There's ones that are, I think there's a blue, a red. There's the drop points with the harpoon blade. Anyway, yeah, all kinds of different ones. And they're all in that anywhere between $40 and $60 price tag. Again, for 14C 28N, and these, ergonomics and the fit and finish that are on these, I really can't complain with that. That's really, really good pricing for something like this. Yeah, in that traditional sense, this is punching right up there with the Rosecraft blades and the the Rough Rider reserves. So we'll be seeing those here in a couple of weeks. Next week, just so you guys know what we got coming up. So next week will be the bolster lock, half hawk, and then after that will be the first of 2 Rough Rider reserve knives. And then we'll probably change it up from there and go to either either the Kizer or the QSP slip joints. So we can just kind of switch it up a little bit. That way you guys aren't seeing the Rough Riders every single week. So yeah, guys, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you guys like the traditional Tuesday videos? Is this something you want me to keep doing? Like I said, once I run out of the ones that I have purchased right now, I really have any other traditional knives other than the ones that are currently in my collection. So once we run out of these, I will start going into those older slip joints just to have some content for traditional Tuesdays. But if this is something you guys aren't interested in or don't care to see anymore, be sure to let me know, because I am here for you guys. The only reason I make these videos is so I can show you guys cool stuff and we can talk about it. So if we're not doing that, then what are we doing here? So all right, guys. Well, again, I appreciate y'all as always. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the links down below for anything you need. And then most importantly, remember to be kind, be humble, be EDC. Take care.